Hello, this is Peter Kenshin 1913, and this is a vlog video because I was talking to some viewers or subscribers, and they wanted to see this Dragon Quest 25th anniversary book that I picked up in New York City, probably about the beginning of the year. And I didn't think anyone wanted to see it, but I was talking with some viewers, and apparently they wanted to kind of see what the book was about. So, yeah, it's in, let's take off the book cover here. And it's all in Japanese, sadly, so, I can't read any of it. But I figured I'd buy it because there's a lot of pictures in it. So let's just kind of quickly go through the Dragon Quest thing. And then, they got all these pictures. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of explain some of the stuff in there. I'm not going to show every damn thing. But they go through all the games. They go through the whole timeline of the Dragon Quest universe. And just basically, everything through there. So yeah, this is like because, what is it, in 19, I don't remember what year it is, but Dragon Quest basically is 25 years old, is what I'm getting at. And so they came out with this book. I saw it in the Kino Kuni bookstore, and they were talking about they had this book, and I said, let me pick it up. It was around the same time they announced that Dragon Quest VII was coming to the DS. So yeah, you got like little slimes over here, and they're talking about everything. But so they kind of go through. And look, they even got like slime meals. Look at that, slime food, and they just basically talk about all the Dragon Quest stuff. Like, here's the first game. Then on the bottom here, they talk about how it goes through the MSX and then the Super Famicom and the Famicom, and then they basically kind of go through the story here, and they talk about the remakes that have been going on with the Dragon Quest game, at least the first one. And then they show, which I think is pretty cool, they got the hero, and then King Lorik right there, and then Princess Gwalian, and I think that's fairly cool that they show that. And then they go through the townspeople here, and the Dragon Lord, of course. And then they have a nice little map. And basically, this book is almost like a little walkthrough, a short little walkthrough, because for the next couple of pages they just do walkthroughs, and then they show pretty interesting scenes from the Dragon Quest book. So yeah, a lot of people were asking. Well, actually, not a lot of people, but a couple people were asking about this book, so I figured that I would show it. And now they're showing all the heroes from the Dragon Quest games, as you can see. This is a really cool book. I know my sister was busting my chops about whether I should get it or not. This is all the modes of transportation. You have all the ships, and then all the flying things and stuff. Anyways, my sister was busting my balls about, like, why are you picking up this book? You don't even know like anything. You can't read Japanese. So I said, at least I can look at the pictures and figure it out. Like over here, this is Vivian. This is Vivian from Dragon Quest. Damn, I can't point to it. This is Vivian from Dragon Quest IV. And down here, Dragon Quest VIII, they have like a picture of her. So they do like a bunch of references in here, which is pretty cool. And then they have all the different types of, you really have to pick this book up yourself. No, here. I don't know. Sorry about that. But you'd really have to pick up the book yourself to see all the stuff. I don't know if they'll ever translate this whole thing because it's just a ton of stuff. So then you have Dragon Quest II, all of its various remakes and respawns and stuff. Let's go through it really quick. They go through all the games, and then I like the fact that they do this. They show like a map of who is who, the characters here, and then like who they're related to and all this. And then you got the Prince of Maidenhall, the Princess of Moonbook, and the Prince of Cannock, which is pretty cool. And then they even give you some exclusive art that you didn't see in the actual like things. So like this is the Prince of Cannock's sister. This guy over here is Don Mahone, and then the guy on the bottom there, he's Rogue Fastfinger, and then you have the king right here, who's the king of Osterfair. Yeah, I'm sorry if this stuff's gonna be blurry and stuff. I don't know. I guess I can't really scan this stuff in and show you. But yeah, let's continue through. And then they talk about differences between the Famicom games and all that, the differences and spells and barrier tiles and different classes and whatnots and monsters. Let's just keep going through really quick. They talk about the different, it looks like they talk about various different commands. Then you got Dragon Quest 3. Yeah, apparently I can't figure out how the camera works because I'm a moron. But then you have all the classes down here. You know, sorry. You got all the classes over here. And then they're like, oh, look. Secret class. Thief. For the Super Famicom version. And then, you know, they have this, the cool little picture right here of the hero. And then who they're related to and how that works. And then there's the hero. And then look who it is. It's Kandar. Kandar, who makes his first appearance in that game. So let's continue. And then they give you like a little walkthrough of the game. Blah, blah, blah. And they tell you about the worlds and walking around and this, that, and the other. And then here's a cool thing right here. They show slimes throughout the games. And how, and like the first monsters that you fight in the various worlds. And they go through, in the first game there was 3 different kinds of slimes. Then the second game there's 5. The third there's like 8. And so on and so forth. See, they keep adding slimes throughout each game. Showing up the amount of slimes in every game. Which I think is very cool. Let's see. And then here's all the bosses. You know, the Dragon Lord, Malra, Zoma. Saw the Manslayer. And then finally, well, not finally, but then there's Mortimer and Nismo, Deathamore, and Ogdemer, Fatthorn, or Rapthorn, and then, yeah, I'm sorry if I can't, and then Corvus. But, yeah, and then they show all these optional bosses, such as God, and the spirits, and then you have, who's that? Dark Dream and East Dark, and the Mind Dragon, and this guy and that guy. So yeah, it really, this game, or this book, really shows off a lot of cool stuff. A lot of really cool artwork. A lot of different things. This is Dragon Quest 4. And then you have all these nice pictures that I believe they use more in Dragon Quest DS game. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So let me just keep looking through here. Like, it's even cool. Like they have pictures for Storm and Lancel and Orin. I forget what the harp guy's name was in the game, but I remember the other guy. And like Hector and the Joker guy. What the hell? Hector and the Joker guy. I can't really see it while I'm showing it, so if I'm effing this up. And you have Maria and the Joker guy, and Hector, the guy who wanted to become a thing. And then they just go through all these characters, blah, 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 blah. Walk through. Let's see, and then they talk about different classes, merchants, items, what was new to every game, like what was new to Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2, so on and so forth. It's pretty cool. This book's really cool. If you're a Dragon Quest fan and you can read that in Japanese, obviously, this is a book to pick up. Oh, and then here's something where they talk about all the bathing suits that you can wear. And even in Dragon Quest 3, you can actually wear various bathing suits. And Mary Bell has a bathing suit over there and all that. And yeah, so I would pick this up. If you can't read Japanese, I guess it's not worth it. But even though I couldn't read Japanese, I still picked it up. Just because I love Dragon Quest. I'm a huge fan. And then here you got Dragon Quest 5. That's the first generation. And they have second generation right here. You know, and then third generation. There we go. So it's pretty cool how they have all that. And then they have, you know, the images of you and your wifeys. And, you know, Prince Henry and Pappas and Powin and your kid and your daughter down there. So yeah, this is a lot of original Sancho and Pippin, and then Powin over there, and then Zaylee. So even though I don't know their names, and look, you got a picture of Maria there and the old lady, and then Grandpa, Grandpa Monster. You got the Queen. What's his name? I forget his name. The fat rich guy. I forget his name. Ludman. You got pictures of the uncle, basically Pappas's bro. You got the old Xenophan man, and then Poussin. So you get all these cool extra artwork. They, like I said, they go through like literally a mini walkthrough of the game. Now they're talking about spells. They go through the various spells in the game, this, that, and the other. Then Dragon Quest VI. And here's their little chart. You know, you got all the heroes and everything. And of course, Dragon Quest VI only came out for the DS. So this is all the DS artwork. You got Hassan, or Carver, or Miriam, Mary, whatever her name is, Barbara, Chamorro, Amos. And then you got the dragon guy, Draco, I think his name was. And then finally up here, which is sort of new artwork, is the hero's sister, Tanya, I think her name was. And then you go through here, story, blah, 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 story. Then they talk about different abilities. Then you got Dragon Quest VII, which actually, I think this was released. The artwork here is actually looks like it's more from the 3DS version that they're going to be coming out with. Hopefully it'll come out to America. One can only hope. So yeah, they have this thing, and then, you know, they got Gabbo and Melvin and Aria. Then you have King Burns and the mom, Molly, I think her name is, and then Bornico up here, who is the hero's dad. Then you got the sister, Lisa and Honduras. And then they just go through tons. There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of characters. Dragon Quest VII is a super long game. Then you have to fight a bad guy, of course. And then they talk about job classes again. And then come to the classic Dragon Quest VIII. You got yourself God, I can never get this right. You got yourself story people here. You got yourself Yangus and the Gov. I miss Yangus and the Gov. Man, that game was great when I LP'd it. I wish I could LP it forever. Anyways, then there's Angelo and Jessica, Trode and Munchie, and then there's Medea. Then you have, you know, Mori. You got Mori and Minnie. Yeah, Princess Minnie. So yeah, this book is full of all kinds of information. You got the Captain Crow up here. And you got the Dragon God and Imperia. And that's pretty cool. Then they go through the walkthrough here, which is actually smaller than Dragon Quest VII. And then here, they talk about casinos and mini-medals. They talk about monster arenas and then items that you can collect. Anyways, let's continue looking. And then finally, Dragon Quest IX, where they show off job classes for male and female. Everyone looks very mad. That's why I never understood. That's why I always kept the main characters looking like these guys, because they look mad in the other ones. But here you go. Here's the little chart for that one. And then you got Stella. You got the big guy Sterling and Graynarl and then Ghosty Girl, who's I forget her name. Then you got Tien or what the hell's his name? I forget. What the heroes and Apis, Major, and I forget what the hell that guy's name is. But then you have all these guys here, you know, the ladies, and then Ivan and Patty and Selma and the Alchemy Pod and all these people. Pictures of everybody. Everybody. You know, you got pictures of the Marionette Girl. And who the hell's that? Oh, the doctor guy. I really wish I could focus this. Then the White Knight. So it's a pretty cool book. So I gotta show all these people. There's too many of them for this one. You know what? I'm gonna show it just because it's like exclusive artwork. There's the Sage All Trade Abby, the girl from Port Leviathan, that guy, the mayor. Leviathan, Captain Metalman, Dolly Girl. Then you got a cool picture of the Queen of the Desert. And then there's, you know, Batty and then his Daddy-O and then Caddy or whatever her name was, I forget. And then you got, let's keep going here, sorry about that. Then you got the kids from the school, you got the kid from whatever, the Wormtail or Wormwood. Alright, and then you go through the thing. Now here's the most interesting thing that I find pretty cool. They actually give you like remember the Road to Rome when they had like all the pits? They actually give you the thing here. And then this is pretty sweet. Right here, they show all these spin-offs of Dragon Quest games. As you can see, Dragon Quest Monsters, Dragon Quest Caravan Hearts, and Taloon's Great Adventure, and all that good stuff. You can see Dragon Quest Monsters, Dragon Quest Caravan Hearts, you know, you got all that good stuff. You got Taloon's Great Adventure and all that. I hate when stuff happens and they're trying to do things. And you have Taloon's Great Adventure here, or Torcano no Daibukan, which I've LP'd. Then you have Taloon and basically the Taloon's Great Adventure, they came out with 3 games. Here's some pictures of him and his family. It looks like Taloon lost some weight there. And then him and whoever these characters are. I never end up playing past that. But then you have Yangus's Mysterious Dungeon with Yangus as a kid, which is basically it's basically Taloon's Great Adventure, but like with Yangus, because they kind of stopped doing whatever they were doing. And then you have, it looks like they made a Yangus's Great Adventure mobile, and then they have what the hell is this? Some other game that's mobile. I don't know what this is. But yeah, they've come out with a lot of Dragon Quest spin-offs. And then here's the original Dragon Quest, or Dragon Warrior Monsters, with Terry in the lead. And then you have these guys. And then you got the next game with those 2 guys. I don't really know whose this is. And then they remade it, those sons of bitches. And they put them all basically in the PS1. And then look, there's baby Zoma. Look, there's baby Zoma. Oh, isn't that cute? Anyways, then you got Great Tree and Great Log here. With Terry, yeah, because they talk about this was a PS1 game and that they redid. And then you have Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Hearts with Kiefer as the leader guy. And then you have Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. With these guys, I've never actually played this game. I always assumed that the Dragon Quest Monsters Joker was like Dolmagus as a kid. Here's Dragon Quest Monsters 2. And yeah, apparently these games are very good. And then this is Dragon Quest Monsters 2 Professional, as you can see from this little thing. I guess this is like an upgraded version of Dragon Quest Monsters. I never played it. And then this is some game, another mobile game right here. Dragon something or other. Dragon Quest something. And then this is also another mobile game, Monsters Wanted. So there have been a lot of spin-offs, mostly with monsters. And then this is Kenshin Dragon Quest. This is Kenshin Dragon Quest, which is what they made Dragon Quest Swords about later. And it's basically they took Dragon Quest 1 story and then just gave you like a little sword. Like, you see that thing up there? If I can get this a little... See this thing over here? It's like a little sword and you plug it into your TV and then you play the game through there. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, Dragon Quest Swords with the mirror and the woman and the masked lady. I forget what the whole name was. But that was a good game. Then they have, this looks like this is Rocket Slime. Dragon Quest game, Rocket Slime. I don't know if, I've never played it, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, here are the characters here. You got the slimes and the Monjars and stuff. Pretty cool, funny looking things. And then I guess they came out with like Slime More and More or Battle Rocket Slime guy. Then you have all these slimes here. And then there's some more slime action. Yeah, I've never played any of these games, so these are unfamiliar to me. But I hear they're pretty fun. And so, yeah, then they have this whole thing here. These are arcade games. These are Dragon Quest arcade games where you can play as, like, certain characters and then summon, like, every character from the Dragon Quest universe. Every hero, every villain, all that good stuff. And they actually came out with a game for the Wii. But never released in America, sadly, as most stuff, as it usually happens with the Dragon Quest franchise. A lot of text, they don't even bother transferring it. Yeah, here we go. Dragon Quest Monster Road Victory Battle thing. This is the game that I remember Saigon Cat. He's playing it. Then we have this thing. It's Dragon Quest Wars. It's like a game you can download for your WiiWare or no, your DSware. And then I have no idea what this is. These two games here, they look like Dragon Quest Tamagotchi. But then they go through Dragon Quest Go-Go. I'm not showing all this. This is just basically casino games. And then other things here. And then finally, they have this thing. I don't know if you guys have ever played like Fortune Street and stuff. Well, they made Dragon Quest Fortune Street at Decky Streets, where you can be all these characters from Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. They put them all together, and they made them. They have money. And then I'll show this cool picture. It's Trode with the two Nara and Mara. And yeah, so Fortune Street. They've had a lot of Fortune Street type games for the DS and the Wii. I actually own Fortune Street for the Wii. It's very fun, but it is kind of hard to get into, just due to the fact that it's a you gotta think of it as Monopoly more than Mario Party. And then you have Fortune Street for the DS, and then you actually have, Mario Sports Mix. Where I want to say there were some Dragon Quest people in that game. Yeah, you can play as a slime. Yeah, they have these slime Tamagotchis, and then basically it's like, oh, look forward to the future. Here's Dragon Quest X. Look at all this cool stuff. Yeah, this is all Dragon Quest X stuff. Right here, look at that, huh? Dragon Quest X. And then finally, we got just a little bit more, and I'm sorry it's taking so long, but... Oh, this is the Fortune Street. This is the actual Fortune Street game where you can get all these characters. This actually came out for the Wii. It's pretty fun. You can find it on Amazon fairly cheap. And then here's Dragon Quest X. They figured they would taunt you, or at least, I mean, if you're American, a North American person, they would taunt you with the Dragon Quest X stuff. They're like, hey, look at this game. You could be all these different classes of people. Although I don't know. And that's really it. That is this has been the Dragon Quest 25th anniversary. I showed a little guide of this book. It's pretty cool if you can pick it up. I know it's a little pricey, but if you can pick it up. It's not a bad look. It's got enough pictures where you can kind of figure out what the hell they're talking about in the in the description or whatever they're talking about. And if you can read Japanese, this is like the perfect, and you're a Dragon Quest fan, this is like the perfect book to pick up. So I hope you enjoyed this Dragon Quest anniversary, 25th anniversary book tour, sort of. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, yeah, good for you. Thank you for watching. This has been Kenshin1913, and I'll see you in another vlog. Bye-bye.